biodiversity. On biodiversity. They got mad about biodiversity because the word diversity was in it. Make it, Lord G. Why? I need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to understand that, yo. They wanted to cancel a meeting on biodiversity because of the word divert. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He told y'all this. He told y'all this. And you believed it. You believed it. Think about that. Think about that. We are now battling against shit that we shouldn't be battling. Ace is in the house. What's that, Ace? We are now arguing points that have been argued back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for over 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. People are celebrating the fact that a heroin addict with no experience whatsoever working in health and human services, and we're celebrating it. We are celebrating it. We are celebrating it. What? Why? I mean, I want y'all to think about it. They got y'all afraid, deathly afraid of letters. DEI. Not diversity, equity, and inclusion, which if you listen to it, you go, oh, that makes perfect sense. We live in a diverse country. Everybody should have stake in this country being good or bad. We should all be invested in it, and it should be inclusionary. We have people with disabilities and things of that nature. They don't think like that. They put a black face on it, and they have you running from it. Running from it. They're telling you that that's bad. The idea of diversity, equity, and inclusion is bad. They're telling you this. They're telling you that you know just as much as the doctors do because you can Google. And that mentality and mindset got 1.2 million Americans killed during the C-19 pandemic. People were eating horse dewormer. They taught you this. They taught you this. I asked the other day, shout out to my good friend Mary Greenberg, who is in the chat. Y'all say hi to Mary. I talked about this the other day. Who taught y'all to hate these people? Who taught you that? Who told you to demonize the different? Who told you that? Where'd you get, where did that information come from? Where did that information come from? Who said that was okay? Who told you that was okay? The same goddamn people that told you that if you suffer enough here, when you get to heaven, you'll be fine. Like, who? What? What? That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't even make any sense. They gave you fictions to keep you in line. They gave you fictions to keep you in line. Why? Nobody bothers to ask. New Orleans, stand up. Cruelty's the point, kids. They're not making these cuts because they're cost effective. Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. They're not making these cuts for cost efficiency. You out of your damn mind. They're making them for that $4.5 trillion tax cut, which extends Donald Trump's tax cuts from 2016, 2017, or 2017. It extends them. And I don't know how much more permanent you can get, but they're going to be more and more permanent. Think about that. Cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. Why do billionaires need more money? Why do billionaires need more tax cuts? Why do you, as a working class person, have to justify your job? You're a federal worker. People seem to think that federal workers are getting rich off of this bullshit. They're not. My brother-in-law is a federal worker. My wife is a federal worker. I used to be a federal employee. Contrary to what y'all think, kids, a soldier, a sailor, an airman, a Marine, a Coast Guardman, or a Guardian works. I don't give a shit about my audience shrinking, you mook. But you know what? I'm glad you came in here today, buddy. I am genuinely glad you came in today. Because I really want to give you something, and I want you to take it with you. New Jack, I'm better than you, and you know it. And now, Ejectocito, cut! Get your bitch ass out my goddamn house. Doofy son of a bitch. Get your mook ass out of my goddamn house. Your audience is shrinking. Your audience is shrinking. But my penis in your mouth isn't. Listen, my mods is on it. They see the screw around before the screw around get the screw around. Because you're going to get kicked up out of here. Stop playing. Stop playing. My mods do not mess around. It was on it. On it. Anyway, cruelty's the point, kids. Cruelty's the point. I need y'all to put that in your head. Cruelty's the point. It is the point. And when you elect these people, you know what you are electing them to do. You see, a lot of those people in those town halls that you see, the ones that are all upset, they're only upset because now it touches them. Now it touches them. When it was touching some brown person or some black person or some trans person, they had no problem with it. None. How else do you think they keep electing these jackasses? Make that shit make sense. I told y'all. Listen. Better, smarter black folks than me have said this. If you want to get rid of something, put a black face to it. Want to get rid of welfare? Put a black woman's face on it. Want to get rid of Medicaid? Put a Mexican person's face on it. Want to get rid of food stamps? Show a black person buying ground beef and not gruel, and you will instantly turn off most of America, or not most of, but a lot of white folks in America. What they don't understand is those policies and those programs are needed by people just like them. So why are you over here voting against it? Because cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. It is literally the point.
It hurts. Don't get me wrong. It is disgusting to think about it. But it's true. It is true. Why was the face of affirmative action a black face? 3-4 black students got dreadlocks and glasses. They're dressed up to go to college. But then affirmative action is demonized. Oh my God, they only got there because of affirmative action. And then guess what? You get rid of affirmative action. This was a bunch of Asian and Pacific Islander students that helped to get that put in front of the Supreme Court. Morning, Mama G. Mwah. And then when it was gone, when they finally got rid of it, not legacy admissions, no. Let's not even talk about legacy admissions, kids. Let's not even talk about it. Let's not even talk about it. Please don't, because legacy admissions was hurting students a hell of a lot more than affirmative action. Well, good morning, Pat. Welcome to the show. Legacy admissions would hurt them a hell of a lot more. But if you want to get rid of something, put a black face on it. So they did. And then they got rid of it. And what was it, 6 months later? About 6? All of a sudden, parents of Asian and Pacific Islander students are now afraid that they will be judged not by their grades, but by their ethnicity. Now you did it to yourself. Cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. Why the hell is it that when it comes to a trans person being a nuclear physicist, their outward appearance is the only thing that matters? Not the fact that they're nuclear physicists. Nah, it's the fact that they're trans. Because cruelty is the point. Why? I listen. I've been trying to figure that out my damn self. I have been trying my damnedest to figure out why. Why? If I can make $1 and not hurt anybody, I would be perfectly okay with that. I would. I have never cashed a check. I've never cashed a check for taking somebody's life. Never. My money, when I get it, comes to me admirably, honorably, whatever you want to call it. It is something that I have earned. Nobody's ever given me anything. It is something that I have earned. But cruelty is big business here. Cruelty is big business here. Let me reset this show and reset my coffee. Everybody drink up. Drink up. Coffee time, baby. This has been an odd show today. YouTube is acting up. I had echoey going on. This has been a weird show. But let me go ahead and reset this show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is of coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. If you like this show but do not have the time to sit down and watch it when it's live streaming on YouTube, when YouTube is acting right, or on TikTok until I get banned, then go to gcpr.live. There, you can just press a button and you can listen to The Sound of Coffee, The Kennedy Effect Tonight, Peak Trans, Hurricane Girls, Rouse High Exalted, Conversations with T. Nathan. You can hear what Jay said. You can hear the returning plot holes and so much more. Here at GCPR, diversity, equity, and inclusion are not just catchphrases. It is the foundation for which we stand on. We are determined to bring you the greatest host of the greatest shows featuring some of the most incredible hosts around. Here at GCPR, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, where every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the Villain. This show is brought to you in part by Glitter Wigs. Glitter Wigs. Glitter. Get Glitter Wigs. Boom, boom, boom. Glitter Wigs. Go to glitterwigs.com. Josh the poet. I have tried Fanbase. I've been on Fanbase. The beef between Francesca Ramsey and Isaac Hayes III in Fanbase has me really leery. I know Isaac Hayes III has addressed it. I don't like how it came off. I don't. It's one thing to say, hey, we don't want to support you. It's another thing to say, hey, let's dog you. In this day and time, the last thing in the world black folks have time for is this idea of somebody kissing our ass to get our approval. No. I will never ask a person to kiss my ass just so I keep doing this show. It will never happen. I get up and do this show because I want to, and that's the first part. And secondly, I feel like you guys should have a morning show that gets you up and gets you ready for the day. I go long. I make jokes. I use voices. I make songs. I talk about, very serious things, very funny things. Hell, every Friday, I'm throwing out flags like I'm an NFL referee. But what I will not do, what I will never do, is if somebody says, hey, if I give you a couple of dollars, would you advertise this product on your show? Sure, cool, great, fantastic, not a problem. But I'm not going to go, no, you got to give me more money than that. Oh, you ain't going to give up that money? Let me talk shit about this person. I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to do that. GCPR is not going to do that. That is not going to happen. So Fanbase right now I'm a little bit leery because of the way they've been treating Francesca Ramsey. I stand with black women. I said before, and I keep saying it. I stand with black women. So yes, I have been on Fanbase. I even have a Fanbase account. I still have videos over there. I ain't talking bad about the application itself. I wish they could upload longer videos, but the taste, the way Isaac Hayes III has been towards Francesca Ramsey is really bothering me. And until such time, they need to talk. They need to figure this out. Because she tweeted exactly why she's not messing with Fanbase, and then Isaac Hayes III came out with a video addressing it. I need more. I'm sorry, I need more. I need more. And Francesca Ramsey, I have duetted her videos. The Leopards Eat My Face, I have duetted it. I've never had a conversation with Francesca, but I will always support her. I'm glad that she was out here singing a song that got her so famous that everybody and their grandmother is now singing it. I wish that sister nothing but good luck, good fortune. Get the bag, sister. Get the bag. I feel the same way about Isaac Hayes III. Exactly the same way. Get the bag, brother. Get the bag. You should be a bigger alternative to things like TikTok and Instagram. But just because it's black owned doesn't mean we have to act like assholes. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. That is my job. I come here every day to make sure that you guys are good, that you are laughing, and that your day goes by. I don't want Snow White birds and shit, but at least make sure you guys are going and having a great day. Wolfie, I never thought the lepers would eat my face. That is Francesca's big thing, and she's out here doing it, crushing it. If I ever get a chance to, if her and I ever have a one-on-one conversation, the first thing I'm gonna say is, "Hey, sister, congratulations on all the success that you're having." In this day and age, the one thing in the world I will not do is try to knock somebody or make somebody, "Hey, I'll support you if you give me some money." I don't need that. I don't. Does the company need it? Probably. That's when you talk to Gretchen, who is our CFO, Chief Financial Officer. If there's a brand that you want me to support and you're willing to pay for it, cool. Talk to Gretchen. She will set up some things, and I will be more than happy to do it if you're willing to pay. Glitterwix has never paid me a dime. Smooth California has never paid me a dime. I own Melanated Excellence, so I ain't even paid my damn self. Something Black Made has never paid me a dime. I support them because they are good products and good brands. I support them for that. Now, if they start making millions of dollars, yeah, cool. Hey, break a brother off a couple of dollars. But right now, I am not making a single dime from any of them. Any of them. I do this because they are good products. They are products I use. Gretchen reached out to Don Pablo Coffee. The only reason she reached out to Don Pablo Coffee is because guess what? My wife and I love Don Pablo Coffee. My wife can't get enough of Don Pablo Coffee. I was screwing around and was at Costco the other day buying dog food. I said, let me get another thing of Don Pablo Coffee. And she was like, "Did you get more coffee?" "Yeah." "What kind?" "Don Pablo." "Oh." Then she goes this past weekend to Savannah to be with my daughter and my granddaughters. She buys 2 more bags of Don Pablo coffee. We got 3 bags of Don Pablo coffee, plus the one we're still using. It's a great product. So if Don Pablo said, "Hey, we'll give you, here's some money, advertise," cool. But I can shout you out. I don't care. So until such time, and I know there's a big long round way. I know I'm supposed to be doing the rest of the show, but I just wanted y'all to know that the products that I advertise on here, I believe in, and no, they're not paying me a whole bunch of money. Erica, we are working on the GCPR app for iPhone. Our chief IT person, who is an angry IT nerd, he is currently working on the iOS version of the GCPR app. For right now, it is on Android. But like I said, this show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. I advertise Glitterwix because I believe in them. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth California. I advertise them because I believe in them. This show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence. I advertise them not just because I own them, because I believe in them. This show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. I'm, again, not making a dime off of them, and I'm not going to ask for a dime. I can shout out Rock Deep. Shout out to Rock Deep. Love them. Love them. No, I think you got to go to gcpr.live and download it. Shout out to Rock Deep. Love them. Love them. Rock Deep sent me a pair of shoes. He didn't have to send them to me for free, but he did. And I want to shout that brother out. Thank you. The next pair I get from Rock Deep, I've been looking at their Mensa Mousas. I will pay for them. It's a black-owned business. I have no problem. If I've got the money and they've got products that I want, I have no problem buying those products at all. And it's not just a black thing. If you have a coffee company, a coffee maker, a little, whatever, and you want me to try out your product, reach out to me. ghostclawprod@gmail.com. Reach out to me. Somebody did ask how much would they have to pay for me to advertise their stuff. They never got back to me. I said, we can sit down and negotiate it. It's cool. Because it's not, to me, it's not about, and this goes right back into what I was talking about earlier. The cruelty is the point. In this day and age, you need the small to combat the might. You do. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. So we get it. Cruelty's the point. And there's a lot of people within our communities that are cruel. They voted for this. And in the process of these people showing back up and taking power, the other thing, exactly, Donald Trump talking about a gold card, not a green card, a gold card. A gold card. So in this day and time, you've noticed that all those companies that you thought would be on the right side of history, they have bent the knee. They have capitulated. Target, Walmart, and these different McDonald's, stopping their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and incentives. And the backlash is happening. Target may not ever get another black dollar. I'm sorry. Argue with your damn Black folks saw that shit from Target, and they was like, Ejectocito, cut! You gotta go. We are not playing with you anymore. We're done. And Target's been like backtracking and Target looked like they moonwalked like Michael Jackson did in Motown 25. Michael Pruitt over in the YouTube chat. I saw a homeless elderly black man get tased by 4 Lexington cops yesterday. Man, has it effed me up. Yes. Cruelty's the point, kids. And anybody that capitulates to that shit, why are you supporting? Why are you supporting? It's not just about buying the products, and I get it. We live in a society where, like I said yesterday, we're not even making time to love ourselves, let alone love on each other. Sex has now become one of them, listen, after the next 4 years, we can bang it out. But right now, if you come anywhere near me with a penis, I'm going to cut you. There's going to be some misunderstandings and some furniture moving. Stay over there. Maybe in the next 4 years, after this 4 years is over with, we're going to get it in like bunny rabbits. But right now, if you come anywhere near me with the word penis, there's going to be some misunderstandings and some furniture moving. Right? So we don't even have time for that. So I know we don't have time to be looking at the brands that we support. But you need to. You need to. You live in a diverse society, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. I don't care. I know there's a lot of white supremacists would like to see nothing but white, and more white. Sorry, it ain't gonna happen, bro. Ain't happening, bro. Ain't happening. You'd be better off embracing that blackness or speaking about La Raza than you would wishing for this all-white country, because y'all can't run this bitch without us. Sorry, let's argue with your goddamn mind. America cannot run without diversity. It can't. I want to go to South Africa. I do want to go to South Africa. I dated a beautiful, one of the most beautiful women I have ever. I was the luckiest son of a bitch on the planet, because I got a chance to date one of the most beautiful women on the face of the earth, and her name was Ingrid. She was from Durban, South Africa. Lord God. Woo! Oh my God! Boing! Not just fine. Boing! Anywho, yes, I do want to go to South Africa. But this is where being very aware of where you live and where the countries and the time and place that you live in. America is a diverse country. Hey, Navy gal, I'm sorry. Listen. Ooh, Ingrid, Lord. And that was her middle name. That was the name she went by. She lived in the United States, but her whole name, God, just like God. Woo! Lord Jesus. Just she very gorgeous. Anywho. Elias, I don't do guests on this show, buddy. You can stay in here. You can stay in here. You join, please. What? Join what, man? I just told you we don't. It's a morning show. I never simmer down. But anywho, so in this day and time, you got to do research on the things that you support. If you live in a diverse society, why would you want to support a company that doesn't value those diverse voices? Like, why? Why would you? We did believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Then we just called it DEI and canceled it. Why? Why am I here? Why am I here? Again, Target may not ever get another black dollar, and it's their damn fault. It's their fault. Everybody love black rhythm. Don't nobody love black blues. Nobody. Everybody, I'm gonna say this again because y'all ain't catch me first time. Y'all ain't catch that nugget. Everybody love black rhythm. Don't nobody love black blues. And what a lot of y'all are understanding now is the cruelty they've been pushing on us that has literally been standing in front of you this entire time. It was a test run for your ass. It was a test run for your ass. They've been waiting to put that on your ass. They have been waiting on it. And not only did you agree to it, you celebrated it. Not only did you agree to it, you encouraged it. Think about that for just a second. When Jane Elliott stood up in an auditorium full of white people and said, if you would like to, if you as a white person would like to be treated the way America treats black people, please stand. She said, maybe y'all didn't hear me. If you white folks would like to be treated the way America treats black people, please stand. Nobody stood up. She said, nobody's standing. That means you know what is going on. You know how bad it is. You know you don't want it for yourself. Why are you so okay with it happening to other people? The cruelty y'all thought was okay when it was black or brown or native, it was a tune-up for your ass. Lee Atwater tried to tell you. Lee Atwater tried to tell you. Lee Atwater tried to tell your ass. It started out in 1963 saying, yeah. By 68, you can't say yeah. So you start saying things like states' rights and busing and all these sort of things. He said go abstract. Y'all dumbasses went right abstract. But didn't y'all notice the abstractness smelled a little bit like racism? Didn't you notice? None of y'all caught that? None of y'all caught that. None of y'all caught the aspect that a lot of the cruelty that y'all were perfectly okay when it was happening to black folks, it didn't smell a little bit racist to you? Not just a tad bit? You didn't notice how those trends started to happen to some of your friends? It was okay when it was going on in the black community. I say this all the time. They kill unarmed white people too. Police been knocking y'all off. Y'all just never said anything. Y'all just never said anything. You never opened your mouth. You never opened your ears and said, wait a minute. What do you mean they're killing unarmed white people? They are. And you just blew it off like, must have been a criminal. Do you know how many say his name or say her names y'all could have done for poor ass white people who were killed unarmed unjustly at the hands of the police? Y'all didn't notice that? Y'all did not notice that? Because cruelty's the point. Some of y'all were really okay when that cruelty was pointed at somebody other than you. You voted for the cruelty. They put a migrant caravan. They had y'all truly believing that there was this horde of World War Z-like zombie Spanish-speaking people that were just going to overload the entire border. And we needed to spend money to get this done, right? But they took your money. They took your money. You over here worried about the caravan of Mexicans, and now you can't drive to work because your road is messed up. Why is your road messed up? Because there's no money for infrastructure. Why is there no money for infrastructure? It's because of the tax cut. Those jackasses had you believing that taking horse dewormer would solve a viral situation. Cruelty is the point. And y'all keep falling for it. That's the problem. If cruelty was stopped in its tracks, I don't know, let's say 20 years ago. Let's say they started an educational process 20 years ago that basically said, in the words of Seeley from The Color Purple, everything done to me already done to you. A lot of white folks, 20 years of being taught this, we would have probably had a more educated populace. But J.B. Morgan already told y'all he don't want no damn educated populace. He don't want an educated populace. He wants a working populace. He wants labor. He does not want intelligence. Because cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. That's the entire part of it. Women worked their asses off to get their rights. They just now, like the 70s, were able to get a credit card and a bank account, right? But think about how much work it took to get there. Now look at how many women are okay with taking that back. It's an epidemic. You see it every day. If you're on TikTok, you see it every day on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, you can find these videos. You can find these videos of white women being so happy to watch their rights be taken away. Because they're sold the idea that the first people that will be hurt are black women. Because cruelty's the point. They don't give a shit until it affects them. But if you put a black woman face on it, and who are some of the strongest foot soldiers for women's rights? Black women. And argue with your mama, don't argue with me. Black women. These things are not a secret, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing I am telling you has not been said by better, stronger, smarter people than me. Men, gentlemen, we have an epidemic of hypermasculinity, which is hiding the fact that a lot of us have poor mental health issues. Like our mental health is shit. Our mental health is shit. Dog shit. Argue with your mom and argue with me. Are we addressing it? No. No, we're not. No, we are not. Instead, they keep sending out a version of what men should be. And we keep falling further and further and further away from us actually dealing with it. What is considered a beta? We use it alpha and beta and omega men and shit like that. Weakness is demonized. Something must be wrong with me because I have black fingernails and I wear hoop earrings. Must be something wrong with me. You have the older millennial, an alcoholic, a straight up alcoholic, saying that if you're on mood stabilizers or antidepressants or things of that nature, you can't tell him he's crazy for who he voted for. Are men getting any of the treatment that they need? Nope. Is our government addressing it? No. Will our government ever address it? No. And a bunch of men voted for that. A bunch of men voted for that. Because in their heads, the weak ones were the problem. But all men get nothing out of it. I'm going to take it away from those weak men. You need to get up and work and go to labor camps and shit. Bitch, we talking about your dumb ass too. Did you think you were immune to this shit? Did you? Why? What makes you think you were going to be immune to that shit? If our government isn't dealing with the mental health of men who are on the edge, and you're calling them weak, bitch, one day you will need this. One day you will need those programs that you were so gleefully cutting because it cuts out the weak men. Because cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point, kids. That's the theme of this show this morning. This is why it's a Why Wednesday. I'm still trying to figure out, why would that even be something that you would be proud of? Why? Why would you even want that? What is it? What materialistic shit are you going to carry around in this world until the grave that justifies you doing and voting against every person that might be hurt? While you're screaming about DEI and how DEI is a problem because you don't want to use the words diversity, equity, and inclusion, do you realize that people with disabilities are considered a part of diversity, equity, and inclusion? Why would you be ableist because you didn't want to, because your racism is holding on? You don't think. You don't think in terms of, wait a minute, I might not understand DEI. Maybe I should understand it. Disabled veterans, kids, do they not deserve equity? Do they not deserve to live in a society where they are counted, aka diverse? Should we not include them in the conversations? So when you voted for somebody that said they were going to get rid of DEI, did you realize you were also going to hurt homeless veterans or disabled veterans? Did you think about that? Nope. Because cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point of it. All of it. A $4.5 trillion tax cut is going to strengthen the 1%ers and break the backs of everybody at the bottom. It's going to shatter them. Shatter. You understand? Shatter. And some of y'all voted for that. Some of y'all thought that was a good option. Donald Trump put up one of the most disgusting videos I have ever seen anywhere. It shows you that AI is not good. I don't give a shit how the hell you try to slice it. On True Social, somebody created an AI version of what Gaza will look like under Trump. It had golden statues of Trump. It had beaches. It had these luxury resorts that it literally had a name, and I'm not making this up. It was called the Trump Gaza Hotel. But when it started with visions of what Gaza looks like now. One of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen. In my adult life, I've never seen anything like that. Because cruelty is the point, kids. I looked at that, and the only thing I could think is, why? Why would you do that? Donald Trump didn't make it. Please understand, Donald Trump didn't make it. Didn't make it. Somebody used AI to make it. He just reposted it on True Social. I'm pretty sure he probably reposted it on his X Gonna Give It To You in the Twitter account. It is one of the most disgusting videos I've ever seen. And all I can think of is Dearborn, Michigan. All I can think of is that one Arab girl who got on TikTok and called black people colonizers. And that doctor who nobody has seen since. I've been to her Instagram page. She ain't said shit. If you can't vote for Jill, vote for Trump, but do not vote for Kamala and expect to be welcome in my community. I think about the Arab man, the Muslim man, who invited Donald Trump to come to Dearborn, Michigan, only to be disappointed when Donald Trump won. He was begging Joe Biden to do something about Gaza. Then Donald Trump gets in, and Donald Trump literally says he's going to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. And this dude is like, I've talked to people in the community that are really mad at me. They should be. They should be. Cruelty is the point. Did you really think you were going to get anything, even salient, even life-affirming from that man? Donald Trump has never done anything in his life that has been altruistic. It has always been for the betterment of Donald goddamn Trump. The executive producer needs to go outside. Hold on. Executive producer needs to go outside. But that's the point, kids. And when you buy into that bullshit, you're buying into the idea that cruelty is the point. And when people try to tell you, Nart's in the house, finally. Coming in late, Nart. There's going to be some demerits up in here. But when it does come back and it bites you, you will realize that you are part of the problem. You are part of the reason why cruelty is the point. How many people who voted for Trump really honestly believed that that $4.5 trillion tax cut has got something for you in it? It don't. It don't. While Doge is cutting all the money out and finding all this waste, fraud, and abuse, you know the one place they haven't gone yet? The Department of Defense. Now the executive producer wants to come back in. Here's a fun fact, kids. Did you know that the Department of Defense once lost $8 billion, and can I tell you where it went? $8 billion with a B. $1 billion lost. One of the last acts I ever did as a staff sergeant in the United States Army was help my clerk and my commander pass an inspection, which was basically, what are you spending this money on? That was the third time I passed that damn thing. But it was basically a budgetary inspection. But the Pentagon lost $8 billion in 1 year. You notice Doge hasn't gone anywhere near that? Anybody besides me notice that Doge hasn't gone anywhere near that? They go every place else. Good morning, Rob Mello, Phyllis Gill in the house. They go every place else. They have never gone to the Department of Defense, have they? I guarantee you'll find some waste, fraud, and abuse up in there. How come they've never looked at the defense contractors? Those can go and tell your grandmama that she can't have her Social Security, but you can't take your monkey ass over here to the Department of Defense. You can't take your monkey ass over here to the defense contractors and find some waste, fraud, and abuse there, though, huh? Can't tell Raytheon they can't have that money. You ever noticed? Have you noticed that? In the month that this has been going on, they go everywhere except for the place with that actually has the waste, fraud, and abuse. Because regardless of what y'all want to say, Doge isn't finding waste, fraud, and abuse. Doge is being cruel for the sake of being cruel. And some of y'all voted for that. The defense industry is going to get paid whether there's a Republican or a Democrat sitting in the White House, whether there's Republicans or Democrats controlling Congress. Nobody touches defense. Have you noticed that? But literally, Pentagon in 1 year lost $8 billion goddamn dollars. But heaven forbid, grandma get $52 more on her Social Security benefits than she did last year. Now we got to go get that $52, and if grandma can't come up with it, then goddamn it, grandma's going to get kicked off of Social freaking Security. Because cruelty is the point. The problem I have with it is how many people are okay with that cruelty. Y'all saw that woman get dragged out of that damn town hall in Idaho. Y'all see that? A sheriff threatened to arrest her, and then two men dragged her ass out of there like she was unclothed. She lost her shoes. They was stepping on her face and shit. Did you know those two guys that grabbed her like that were not sheriffs? They weren't sheriffs. They were not deputized or anything. Just two random ass dudes grabbed this woman. You know the problem that I have with this, and this is the problem that I've noticed a lot of white women are having with this, is that no other woman stood up and beat the shit out of these people. No other woman. All them white women in there. And I'm telling you, this is not me saying this. I'm not picking on white women. I'm telling you other white women said this. Other white women's like, I'm disappointed in every woman in there because none of y'all stood up and none of y'all said anything. None of y'all got in a fight. None of y'all got in a fray. None of y'all defended her. I'm not telling you. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this from my point of view. I'm telling you other white women have said this. I have seen video after video after video after video after video of other white women saying that. How did y'all just sat there and let that happen? I'm telling you, this is from white women, Caucasians. Said they were disappointed in every woman in there. They watched as this woman got drugged, losing her shoes, screaming, felt up, all kinds of shit. And they stood there. They stood there and watched. Cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. I want y'all to think about that. If you won't even stand up for something as simple as that, what else? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I make a counter of days since Jill Stein opened her goddamn mouth and said anything. Not just because it's funny, because it is. Not just because I'm pissed off, because I am. But for more importantly, that is your distraction. Thinking that a woman who had no possible way to win a presidential election was the person you thought should be running for the presidency. That's why I did that. That's why I do that. That's why. Because cruelty is the point, people. Cruelty is the point. I need y'all to understand that cruelty is the point. When you are a white woman and you watch another white woman getting drugged out of a building, drug out of a building, shoeless, with being manhandled by two men, and you sit your silly ass there and like,
but I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
You are literally encouraging the cruelty. Please understand that. You are encouraging the cruelty. You are. This is literally not a hard concept to understand. It isn't. How are you going to fight if you are part of the people that want that cruelty? How can you look other people in the face and tell them, well, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm not that, but you voted for everything that you said you were not? If you think the poor are the drain on society and not the rich, you're perfectly okay with watching the poor get demonized. We're attacking the poor rather than poverty. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say that one more time. We are attacking the poor rather than attacking poverty. Donald Trump entering the political realm turned all politics into character. Where do you stand? Are you simply here because it's really cool to pick on people? Or are you actually here because you love this country and want to see it succeed? It was a simple character issue. Simple character issue. And so many of y'all failed it. So many of y'all failed it spectacularly. And now we see the result. Doge is firing or laying off federal workers, something you cannot do. You can't do that. This idea that we want to run America like a business. No, you don't. You want to run America like a country. I am not a stockholder in America Inc. Bitch, I'm an American citizen. I want my country better for everyone, not just me, not just people that look like me, and damn sure not for just the 1% class. I don't come on here and tell you guys a bunch of bullshit. Or at least I try not to. I try to make you laugh. Don't get me wrong. There are days that I really want y'all to laugh at shit. Fridays are usually that day. I'll throw flags, but sometimes I'll be very serious with that. Because I do not want you to simply sit on your hands and accept this for what it is. Mainstream media let us down. Corporate media has let us the F down. Let us down. Completely. They have let us down. They have bent the knee to horrific people doing horrific things to other Americans. They have let us down. Their bullshit is spreading across the planet. The Germans just elected they didn't elect a far-right party to lead, but that far-right party now has seats. And because of that, the conservative movement in Germany is now in charge. We saw this bullshit with Brexit. Cruelty was the point. They thought, oh, well, I can be cruel to immigrants and Muslims and Jamaicans or whatever. But then when it started to come out, I just don't like these people. I don't like that they're black. I don't like them being around, blah, 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 blah. Because cruelty was the point. Cruelty was the point. The rich and powerful are never going to give you anything. Nothing. They don't give a shit about you. If you ain't buying or working on that shit, they don't give a shit about your ass. And yet for some reason, some of y'all are okay with this. Some of y'all are okay with the cruelty until it bites you. Francesca Ramsey had it right. I never thought the lepers would eat my face, but you were okay with that leopard eating everybody else's. When you vote, you don't vote smart. You vote on some bullshit emotions. You vote party over country. I am not loyal to the Democrats or the goddamn Republicans. I am loyal to the people of the United States. Without us, all them bald eagles and flags and shit don't mean a goddamn thing. The landmass don't mean shit. It's just some really good real estate if we ain't on it. America is the people. The people. Not the flag, not the bald eagle, not our special song, not God bless the USA, none of that shit. America is the people. And when you vote to hurt certain people, and then it hurts you, you have to own that shit. You have to. Donald, the person that made that AI video of Gaza being turned into Trump Gaza would never have had the nuts to do that had somebody not empowered him. Let me say this again. The jackass that made that video that showed a war-torn Gaza being turned into this luxurious palace place with a big old gold statue of Donald Trump in the middle, and the Trump Gaza Hotel being there would have never had the nuts to do so had we not empowered the person that he made the video for, Donald Trump. Cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point. As bad as it hurts for me to say, cruelty is the point. And some of y'all are okay with that. As long as it hurts somebody you don't know. As long as it hurts a community you're not in. As long as it hurts people that you have made stereotypes and bullshit about, you're okay with it. And those of us who don't vote like that, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to fight this? How exactly am I, a man who votes for my community? I don't vote against anybody. I vote for my community. How the hell am I supposed to fight shit like that? How do you fight cruelty? When somebody, it would be different if everybody wore cruelty on their head. Like if all the MAGA people wore cruelty and went into the voting booth, cool, we don't understand with those. What about the ones that don't? Yet they will still vote for it. What do you do with them? Look at where we stand on the world stage now. Take a good look at it. Take a very good look at it. We are no longer the leader in anything. I don't think we've been that way for over 30 years, maybe 40. We're not leading anything except for every effed up thing you can think of. And yet some of y'all are embracing this shit. See, it's not the fact that there are people walking around here with real men wear diapers, t-shirts. It's the fact that they would vote for the man with the diaper to hurt somebody else. Every time y'all see or hear somebody talk about owning the libs, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, you should be in their comment section going, that was your life goal? You hurt millions of people just to own the goddamn libs? What kind of shit is that? Who does that? When you hear shit like, yeah, Cash Patel and Dan Bongino running the FBI is a good thing, just go, why? Why would you put inept people in charge of the largest law enforcement agency in America? Why would you think that's a good thing to put uneducated and untalented people in charge of the largest law enforcement arm in the United States? Why do you think that's sexy? Y'all should be asking these people this question. You think this is good? This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Why would you want to put somebody who is completely inept and a quack in charge of the health of the United States? There's nothing. RFK does not have a medical degree. He has a degree in environmental law. He is a quack that thinks autism can be caused by injections. Injections. He's the guy that told a story. He said that heroin was the reason he went to the top of his class. His own cousin said that RFK's actions led to the death and addiction of several of his own family members. And people are cheering that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now in charge of the Health and Human Services of the United States. There's nothing sexy about that. There is nothing sexy about Linda McMahon being in charge of the education of the children of the United States. There's nothing cute about that. And the only people supporting that are the same people that love the cruelty as long as it doesn't touch them. The very second it hurts them, now it's a problem. But literally, you've been watching this shit go on for 30 and 40 years. You watched it. You were the ones that put back the blue stickers on the backs of your trucks after watching police murder black folk. That was your answer. You see police misconduct. You see the violence that police are committing on unarmed black folk. And your answer was to put a back the blue sticker on the back of your car. Cruelty is the point. You hear a stat. You hear a stat that black women are 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than their white counterparts. And then you vote for the party that doesn't give a shit about that stat and wants to take away your right to control your own body. You did that. You talked about people using food stamps to buy lobster and shrimp. So you voted for the party that cut all government assistance to poor people like you. Cruelty was the point. And the saddest part about it is, the saddest part about this is this. No one will learn from it. No one will learn from it. People can call me whatever they want. You can say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm simping, this, that, and the third, but I always believe that humanity is more important than a stock price. I believe in the idea that a rising tide lifts all boats, and that you cannot have the most powerful country on earth, the richest country in the history of the world, and not take care of the least of us. In that way, me, an avowed militant atheist, is more Christian than most Christians walking around today. Most pagans are more Christian than most Christians walking around today. Most Buddhists are more Christian than Christians walking around here today, because, God damn it, why would I want to step on the face of someone who is in need to make myself look better, to make myself feel better? Why would I do that? What's the point? Why would I lean on the cruelty in order to get my point across? Like, I'm like, why? Why would I do that? What would I gain from that? And that's the sad part. That is the saddest aspect of this. We're never going to learn. We're never going to, do y'all understand? We're never going to learn. We've conditioned the next generation to believe that it's more important to be famous than it is to be good. That it is more important to flash than it is to actually build. We have taught our children survival of the fittest techniques before they're ever even able to stand up. We have worshiped and deified the gun over the lives that a gun can take. We're sadistic about it. We are sadists when it comes to that shit. You hear what I'm saying? We are sadistic when it comes to this shit. Union workers, the people that are supposed to be fighting and sitting at the table, arguing with the powerful on behalf of their workers. Some of their workers are voting for people that are going to get rid of the union. That means you're going to kick everybody else out of there. Everybody that you work with, all of your co-workers, all your fellow union members. You just said, hey, it's all about me. Screw the union. What kind of shit is that? What is that? We demonize nurses and doctors because the orange man couldn't beat a virus. We have people literally going, oh, well, where did he get his education from? He has a doctorate. The man has been working as a doctor for 30 years. You literally just Googled some shit What do you know? It is cruelty is the point. Cruelty is the point, ladies and gentlemen. All those people that are screaming at those town halls, how many of them voted to put us in the situation that we're in right now? How many did that? My conscience is clear. My conscience is clear. I don't pick fights. I don't start fights. But I handle my damn business. I don't have to hate you. I will vote for you. Some of you who don't like my earrings and fingernail polish, you voted for a man that is going to stop your child from getting the prescription drug medication that she or he needs at a cheaper price that doesn't put you in a financial bind. You voted for the people that are going to do that. I voted against them. My conscience is clear. Some of you voted against harm reduction. I voted for it. My conscience is clear. Do I want to make money? Yes. There's my capitalistic bent. That's why I advertise with people. That's why I have my own shop. That's why. Yes, I do want to make money. You're absolutely right. There's my capitalist thing. But I never want to make a dollar that has an ounce of blood on it. I do not want to make a dollar that causes an autistic child not to get the ABA therapy that they need. I do not want that dollar. I don't want a dollar that costs some person who needs a ramp in their home not to get it. My conscience is clear. I don't want that dollar. I don't. I will stand on it. I will be broke for the rest of my life if that's how I have to make my money. If I made $1 billion just making TikTok videos, the one thing you can honestly say is that I'm going to take that whole billion. Everybody on my team is eating. Everybody on my team is eating. Everybody who has kids that are on my team, their kids are eating. Yeah, you made $1 billion. Ghost Call Productions Radio is the biggest radio. Great. Ask everybody that works for me. Ask them. Oh, shit, Thomas took care of us. Time off when I needed it. Oh, my daughter was having this surgery. He made sure that I was able to go. He made sure that the bills was taken care of. If I made $1 billion off of this, I would still have my morals. Still have my morals. But some of y'all don't. Some of y'all just don't. And I'm having the hardest time in the world understanding it. I've seen it my whole life. Please understand, I have seen it my whole life. I have seen it over and over and over and over again since I was a kid. And I watched how many people ignored it. So many people didn't realize that cops were beating and killing black people until Rodney King. They think the riots, well, you're just burning down your own stuff. We don't own that shit. It didn't belong to us. And that was the frustration of watching as our friends and loved ones are beat up and killed at the hands of police. We don't give a damn about them buildings. We don't. I think BLM is a riotous group and an organization that steals money that ain't got shit to do with do Black Lives Matter or not. While you're over here wondering where a trans person takes a shit, do you also wonder where that trans person sleeps? Where they eat? Do they have a family that cares about them? Probably not. It is so... I can't even be surprised anymore. Nor can I be saddened. We've been doing this since the beginning. We have been doing this since the beginning. Cruelty is the point. And it isn't until that cruelty touches you that a lot of y'all start to give a shit. I want y'all to fight. I absolutely want you to fight. I 100% want you to fight. Fight your ass off. But I want you to understand what you were coming up against. There are people that live with you. There are people that live around you. There are family members and loved ones and co-workers and people like that. There are side chicks and side dudes. There's baby mamas and things of that nature that voted for the cruelty. I'm going to say that one more time. They voted for the cruelty. They are perfectly okay with the carnage as long as it doesn't touch them. And they are around you. They're near you. They are in your friend group. They are in your text group and things of that. They are in your chats. And they're okay with this. No matter how many people get hurt, they're okay with it. No matter what child has to go hungry because of this program being cut, or what child doesn't get a chance to get a Buterol or insulin because of the cuts on this one. No matter what federal worker gets fired for some bullshit, these people are okay with it. And they will smile in your face and tell you otherwise. Until it touches them. Then you got to start asking, who did you vote for? Oh, I voted for Trump. Then why are you asking me for help? Why? There's a young black man that got killed, unalived, by his girlfriend. The family wanted to rally people to deal with the situation, and because it looked shady, and then his past tweets and shit came up. And people were like, yeah, we're good. He was perfectly okay being disrespectful to black women. He was perfectly okay talking bad about black women, saying he would sleep with a white dog before he slept with a black woman. He was okay with that until that belief got him killed. He was okay with the cruelty until it touched him. I just want y'all to think about that. Our fellow Americans are perfectly okay with watching people get hurt as long as it's not them. And literally, the only thing I can ask is, why? Why? What is it about American mindset that makes it perfectly okay to know that there is a homeless veteran sleeping under a bridge someplace, and the funding for the homeless shelter he goes to, the food that he could get with food stamps and things of that nature, is just all going to get cut off? But you're okay with it until it touches you, and you have the same problem. Cruelty is the point, kids. Cruelty is the point. And I think more than anything, that's the problem I'm having. Right now, that's the problem I'm having. I don't understand. I didn't mean to leave you guys on this dour note, but I want you to, if nothing else, be good to yourself. Please. Be good to yourself and be good to the people around you. Think of others. Think of the global community. Think of the American community. Think about diverse people that you know, the people who have put equity and stock in this country and have done the work, and they just want to be included. Think of them. Please think of them today. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Whether they're a coworker or just a good friend, reach out to them and tell them, I am so happy. I am so happy to know you. Reverend Hayes, just send me a DM and we'll talk. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rouse High Exalted is coming on this evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Ghost Call Productions Radio. We probably will be streaming on YouTube. I don't know what the subject is going to be. I just know I'm going to be I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I just want to use my Zoom. I just want to use my soundboard on Zoom. Could you understand? Do you know how funny Rouse High Exalted would be if all of a sudden we just stopped, like in the middle of us talking, I just went,
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
just hit it with the, you know what I mean? Could you imagine that? Or, like everybody over here just chilling, and all of a sudden I go, hey man, I think this thing is hitting me like.
Get your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
I would love to be able to do that, but I can't. I don't know why Zoom will not let me use my damn disc for my soundboard, but it is what it is. If you like what I am doing here and would like to support, please think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/ThomasBishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can help me keep all of this running. You can help me bring all of this fantastic content to you. I am starting to put pieces, digital art for about $3 or some signed art for about $5 on my Patreon. I will have a link to the Sound of Coffee shop over on my Patreon and stuff. Yeah, so little as $3 a month. You can help me support. Think about becoming a patron at patreon.com/ThomasBishop. This show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com and pick up some incredible candles and merchandise inspired by some of your favorite content creators, myself included. Glitterwix.com. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth California, skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. SmoothCA.online. This show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. Melexcellence.com. And finally, this show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check out their incredible fashion. Love it, love it, love it, live it, learn it. Leather Jacket 2025. The Sound of Coffee shop is up and running. Go to thesoundofcoffee-shop.fourthwall.com. If you're over on the YouTube chat, you can see it right above my head. There you will find the original Mother F Donald John Trump Club t-shirts. And yes, kids, it comes in orange. You will also find a great shirt for your little kids or somebody you love that says, may your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. The Sound of Coffee logo and the Swole Meat collection is slowly but surely getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Get yourself a Saint Swole Meat coffee cup and just take it to work and just drink out of it and watch people go, that's a delicious man I see there. What's his name? Saint Swole Meat. Anyway, the Sound of Coffee shop is up and running. The Sound of Coffee, one word, -shop.fourthwall.com. I'm sorry, this show may have been a little bit heavy. It may have been a little bit heavy, and I'm sorry. I did want to give you guys some laughs, but when I saw that video from Trump about Gaza, I just realized we have to be honest with our goddamn selves. We cannot. Yo, why you keep doing that? Got me over here crying. So she gave me the glitter and the ribbons. I love you. It just kind of hurt me because I realized we are cruel for no reason whatsoever. And it's just, it shouldn't be that way. But I want to end you guys with some hope and some love. What do I say every day, kids? What do we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would like to thank the Percolators! The single best studio audience on earth. But, and I forgot to do this this morning, so let me go ahead and do this. From the bottom of my heart, unlike Elon, I'm not doing that stupid ass salute. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you, tell you how much I love you, how much I appreciate you to the Coffee Beans. Ain't no show without you guys, and I want y'all to remember that. Ain't no show without you. You guys are the very best part of this show, and I love you to death. Without you, I'd just be some guy sitting here talking to myself while drinking coffee. I love you guys. I genuinely love you. You are worth it. You are worthy. Everything that should happen good in this world will happen to you. Because, God damn it, you're worth it. And I'm telling you this. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been... Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! The sound of coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. I will see you all tomorrow for Truthful Thursdays. And then there's one more day till Flag on the Play Friday. I love y'all. Be safe. Have a great, strong, impressive, incredible day. I love you. I'll see you in the morning. Love, peace,